This is the Discover Music Show, bringing you the best new sounds and interviews with the hottest new rising stars.
Welcome back to the studio, ladies and gentlemen. This is Somn3um and How Love Works.
You should come over. I wanna get closer.
The man behind the name, David Newsum, began his career in electronic music as a celebrated trance DJ and producer. Now with the launch of his new record label, Something Records, Newsum marks the beginning of a new era with a new artist incarnation, Somn3um, presenting a much deeper house-focused sound. And here he is to join us at the studio, David Newsum. David, welcome.
Hello, nice to be here.
David, you began your career creating mixtapes at the age of 1, at least it says here, before taking residence at the legendary club night, The Gallery, at the Ministry of Sound in London. That sounds like an interesting transition.
Yeah. I mean, it may have been 1.5 when I started making those mixtapes. I may have been exaggerating the one bit there. But yeah, I think I just got really bored of mixing bad smells in my nappies and decided to start mixing records instead. So, I basically started last month at the Gallery at Ministry of Sound, a monthly residency there. Hopefully ongoing. I think it's for the next 2 years at least. So I'm really looking forward to that. I've had 2 dates already. Just actually got back from London last night. Feel like crap today. Not feeling too clever, but that's I suppose, I'm a glutton for punishment, and it's all self-inflicted.
And when you moved to Dubai, you've been inviting the great and the good of the house music world to perform at the UAE. Was there an established electronic dance music scene before you arrived?
There was sort of. I mean, I got here in 2004 into Dubai, and it was a little bit more basic there. There was not the big brands that there are now. Now you've got every single club night doing stuff here. I started my nights, I think it was 2005, 2006. I've had people like Judge Jules, I've had Max Jazz from Faithless, loads of people. I can't even, so too many, I can't remember. I've just had last month, or 3 weeks ago, I had the Shapeshifters over. I've got Sandy Rivera next month as well. It's just basically, I've been doing my events for a while now. As I say, I stopped for a while. I kind of got a bit bored with the Dubai scene. I think also because I was playing trance originally, it was a bit difficult to play. It was very housey or very R&B orientated. So I stopped for a while. But now I'm back again and starting again. And it's all good fun. It's all good fun. But yeah, the scene has definitely grown in the last, 12 years I've been here nearly. Wow.
And it was a fateful visit to Ibiza in the 90s where you became obsessed with electronic dance music. What was the attraction to this genre?
Lots of loose women. That's basically... No, it was... alcohol and loose women. That's all you need, really. No, it's a very. If you go to clubs all around the world, and everyone can speak different languages, and everyone can be different from different walks of life. And house music's one of the few scenes that, it was responsible basically for almost the fall of football violence in the 80s when ecstasy and the rave culture and everything. And you'd have people that would be fighting on the terraces would suddenly be hugging each other in clubs. Same every house club you go to, it's a very friendly atmosphere. And it's the atmosphere as well as the music, the kind of freedom of expression, the fact that with electronic music you can create sounds that you just couldn't make in a band. And as a result, I actually don't like going to see bands. I find them a bit basic and a bit boring because of the sounds you can create with a computer and with synthesizers. So I fell in love with house music because of the atmosphere and because of the sounds you can create and because of also sweating in the club. It was much more interesting than the gym, I suppose.
And it's fair to say that your production career began with aplomb in the 2000s when you started to create this trance music. Was that something that came naturally to you? Yeah,
I think just if you listen to so much of it, you start to get into it and try to analyze it. And that's with any music, you can hear a good, I can't listen to a rock band and say which one's better than the other because I don't have a passion for it. But when you listen to house music and trance music day in, day out, and obviously I've now moved from trance into a more housey sound, then you become obsessed with it, and you start to kind of figure out how to make stuff. And I think, or how to kind of like what makes good trance, what makes good bad trance, and what makes good house music, and what makes bad house music. Like with any genre. But I think the more time you spend doing it, the better you get. So it's not so much whether it was something that came naturally. It's something that, because you kind of obsessed with it, it's something that you just naturally get good at. It's like Mozart. He wasn't apparently a naturally gifted pianist. He just had played more piano and listen to more piano than any person on the face of the planet by his age. So I think it's a similar sort of thing. If you're obsessed with it and you love it, you naturally get good at it.
And now, of course, in 2016, you've launched your own label on which you are hoping to release a plethora of house music. Have you got any specific names for releases coming in 2016 that we need to be aware of?
Well, I've just had one. First release was with Matt Derry called "Keep Talking," and I think what we should do. I think we're about to enter the Billboard dance chart in the US with that next week or maybe. I think so. It's looking good anyway so far. We made the breakout chart last week, so it should enter there. We've been in the Music Week charts, so that's all going well. This one we've got How Love Works. I've done with a girl called Mickey Shiloh in the US. She's on the vocal. She's incredibly good. She's written for people like Britney Spears, J-Lo, LL Cool J, and now for me. I'm sure I'm the least famous of those names by a long way. But yeah, she's also just been picked up by Jay-Z's label, and Kylie Jenner as well is pushing her as someone that she really likes. So I'm quite excited about that because I've done quite a few tracks with her, and I've got quite a few ready. So if she does start to blow up, then I can piggyback off the back of it, which is all good.
And in terms of your live music night in Dubai, anything in store soon?
Well, I mentioned earlier, yeah, we've got Sandy Rivera coming up. I've just had a very interesting meeting in London with quite a big house music brand that shall remain nameless because hopefully going to be bringing their nights to Dubai as well we think it's sort of the latter part of this year. So that'll be quite cool. But it's a massive Ibiza night, a massive night in London. That's all I'll say. But it's something I'm quite excited about because it's a show and it's kind of a club, but it's lots of old school names, it's new school, and it'll be fun. It'll be a good night. So yeah, blew up in Ibiza last year, and I want to try and bring it over here as well. So yeah, and then I'm just going to be continuing running my nights and keep booking people that I like, basically.
Sounds absolutely wonderful. Have a lovely time in Dubai. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Take care.
Thank you, David. And this is the new single from Somn3um and How Love Works.
This is the Discover Music Show, bringing you the best new sounds and interviews with the hottest new rising stars.
You should come over. I wanna get closer. Zoom me in my head first before I take off your shirt. Love me till I get hurt. Ain't that how love works? Love me till you're not sure you do. Ain't that how love works? Ain't that how love works? Ain't that how love You should come over. I'm losing my composure. I promise I'm sober, but you got me sober. Love me till I get hurt. Ain't that how love works? Love me till I get hurt. Ain't that how love works? Ain't that how love works? Ain't that how love You should come over. I wanna get closer. Zoom me in my head first before I take off your shirt.